I'll take you to the beach then. We'll have a beach day. Fun time beach day. We can have the beach episode because my belly dance garb is beach adjacent. So we can have a beach episode. We'll go to the ocean. I will find you a seashell and hopefully it won't have like a hermit crab inside and you won't get pinched. Don't bury me in the sand. I will bury you and your local park in sand. Will you notice me, senpai, if I bury your park in sand? Cutely buries your local town in sand. What if it's just up to your head? Bury you at the beach? I don't know. I don't want to be buried in sand because I have an irrational fear of those weird clams that are like... Okay, so they're like... They look like hot dogs. Small, skinny hot dogs that poke up out of the sand. And I have an irrational fear. Dee fears one of those clams, like, poking itself into my swimsuit. I have an irrational fear of losing my top while buried in sand because of the weird sand clams. You know what Dee means? Okay, it's like this my fear. I don't want to be buried in sand because I'm afraid that I'll feel the zoop, like in your swimsuit, and you'll be like, ah! The Geoduck. Yes, that. I have an irrational fear of Geoducks trying to remove my swim top. I know it's a very specific fear, but it's my fear. Don't touch my fear. They look like creepy hot dogs. They're creepy sand hot dogs, okay? And I am afraid that they will just sneak up into my spot and they'll be like, oh, what's this lovely warm space in the sand? And it's my bosom. And then there's a thing right there. I would freak out. Freak out and I would cry. No Geoducks, please. Heidi. It's not an anime-inspired fear. I saw them on a National Geographic channel, and the moment I saw them, I was afraid of them. I saw them and went, oh my god, that thing just went bloop out of the sand. You didn't even see it. It wasn't there 2 seconds ago, and then it was. And it was there, and it just bloop out of the sand. And he was like, how did they get there? And the guy was like, the rare Geoduck likes to burrow into the sand, and it pokes its head out. And that's all that Dee's brain latched onto. It pokes its head out. It pokes its head out. I don't like the sussy clam! Don't like it. I'm afraid that it's gonna creep up on me and it's going to poke me in the boob and I will freak out and I won't know what to do because I'll be buried in sand. So I will swim with sharks but not bury myself in sand with Geoducks. I'm sure there's probably a about that out there somewhere. There's a H out there somewhere about that, I'm sure, but it's still scary. Oh, it's a native range? No. So they're along the coast. I'm going to California in a few weeks, you guys. I don't want to get a Geoduck attack. It's not an irrational fear? Okay, thank you, because have you seen them? I am afraid of them. People are like, oh yes, they're delicious, they're a delicacy. No! Those things are the spawn of Satan. I swear, if there is a God and there is a Satan, when they were creating things, Satan was like, oh, look, God, I've created something wriggly and weird and very sus. And God was just like, oh yes, Satan, that's lovely, I enjoy it. And Satan's like, yes, yes, my weird little creature. And that is what happened. Oh, hi, welcome. Geoduck in the Pokemon! And this tall part extends and contracts into the shell. This is the stuff of nightmares! And there's this picture of a guy who's like, oh wow, look at this big fat Geoduck. No! Sir, put it down! That's the spawn of Satan. Put it away. This is what I am afraid of. Okay? And you need to know that it extends and it contracts. It expands and it contracts and it pokes its head out to try and eat bugs on the surface. That's so sus. Look at this. This is a contracted version, and then it turns into that. I have a fear of one of these creeping in the sand and finding me if I am buried in sand, and it will try to unhook my swimsuit, and I will cry. Fear. I do not like the duck, so it's not an Eldritch Schmexy toy! Please do not! There's a college with those. Wait, breeder of squirrels, welcome first time chat. Are you serious? Wait, really? What? Oh my god, I need to Google this. Hang on a second, I have to Google. Geoduck mascot. Oh my god, I looked it up and it said mascot college. No! It's a real thing! Evergreen State College in Washington! Their mascot is Speedy the Geoduck. Oh, sorry, it's pronounced Gooey Duck. Gooey Duck makes it worse. Gooey Duck makes it worse. Gooey Duck makes it worse. I do not like it! No!
What for Dee?
Even the headband. Gooey Duck, it's no better. It's no better. It's no better. It's not better. It's bad. It's really bad. So if we do a beach episode, we're not burying Dee in the sand, okay? Don't bury Dee in the sand. Okay? No sand burial. The only one doing any burying of sand is Dee, who is going to bury her park in sand so Senpai will notice me. Thank you. I would be afraid it would go somewhere else.
We should use our inside voices.
I'm going to have nightmares about this. I don't like this. This. I will hiss at it. I will be very mad at it, and I'll puff up. I will puff up at that stupid clam, and I'll. I'm not gonna eat a gooey duck. They creep me out. If we have a beach episode, Dee will pretend to be a mermaid for a day. There's so many cute mermaid assets on like Booth or Etsy. I found one the other day, which makes it look like you're sitting on a rock. And then Dee can pretend to be a siren, and Dee can lure you into the water. Get in the water. Get in the water. Get in the water. Or I'll raise the tide so high, all of Ithaca will die. Get in the water. Get in the water!